And I'm back with another video for you guys. Today we have another set of video and we're going over the Russian class. The Russian classes are all my favorite. Every single one of them are really versatile and have their own unique set. So first we have Glaz. He has more of a sniper kind of weapon. His only primary is his sniper. And I don't know, the sniper to me is kind of weird. Sights, it really depends on what you're most accurate with, whether you're okay with this sight, the red dot sight, or the holographic sight. Honestly, to me, it'd probably have to be holographic or red dot sight because it's more of a sniper, long range, and then short range you always want to have either the red dot or the holographic. But if I had to compromise between the two, it'd be red dot. For barrels, it really depends on what kind of player you are. If you're going to be rushing in all the time, you always want to either have a flash or actually I'd have a muzzle brake. I like going into the places with this gun, so I'm going to have a muzzle brake. Suppressor is very good for this gun, especially at long ranges. If you are going to use it more as a sniper than a regular rifle, suppressor is always the way to go. And you can't really have that much on it. Pistols for the Russian classes are really interesting in my opinion. They have the GSH and the PMM on almost every class. GSH is more the pistol you're going to want to use that much. Here's when I either have a compensator or a muzzle brake, but always have the compensator. Basically, you can't really have that much on this gun other than the compensator and the barrel. The PMM, basically the same thing. You can't really have that many barrels. Wait, I don't know. They probably added some and I had no idea. Yeah. So you always have one of a muzzle brake, other than a suppressor. Suppressor would be really good on this gun, actually. If you guys really want to use a suppressor, this is probably one of the only pistols you're going to want to use on. If not, use the muzzle brake. I never use this gun only because its damage is terrible. I don't like it. Underbarrel on this gun isn't very accurate since it's so small. It's not going to really help you in spray and pray type situations. To me, claymores, obviously, since if you're sniping, claymores are really useful. If you're actually going to be going inside, always go with the smoke grenades because you can block people's field of vision, you can escape, because I know you have very little limited time and the fire rate on the sniper isn't that good. Also, we're rocking the heart camos because you gotta kill them with love, right? Anyway, next we have our Fuse. Fuse is one of the most versatile people you can ever have on your team. But you have to be very careful on how you use them. Basically, as a little charge, you put it on any breakable surface, and it shoots a bunch of grenades inside that room, killing anything and everything, destroying anything and everything in that room. Now, if you're playing modes like Hostage, you don't want to use it at all, because you kill the hostage, you lose the round, and then your whole team's pissed off. If you're using any other modes, like Bomb or Secure the Area, you really want to use this character, because you can clear out whole rooms, especially the rooms with the bomb, or the area, secure area with the thing. Anyway, the guns you want to have, or the guns you do have, are kind of really interesting. You have a shield as a choice, which is always really cool to have. But its shield, his shield, along with Blitz's shield, they're kind of smaller compared to Montaigne's. You get hit from the head from angles, certain angles. So if you're gonna use your shield, you always want to have a charm on it. That's pretty cool. You always want to have the pistol, the GSH. I wouldn't ever use the PMM unless you have the sniper class. That's the only class I would use in PMM. And you always want to have the GSH with your compensator if you have the shield. He has the 6P41, which is an LMG, one of the few LMGs in this game. It's actually pretty accurate for an LMG. For an LMG, instead of the compensator, actually gonna have a flash hider, and you can't really have a compensator anyway. So you just want to have the flash hider to kind of not display your position so much in short range areas. Suppressor is just kind of useless. It's gonna just damage your damage. Laser sight for more accurate sprays. Sprays come very handy in this game, with LMGs at least. And then foregrip for stability, always. Sights, it depends on what kind of player you are. All the sights to me for the Russian classes aren't very useful, and I just go iron sights for a lot of the Russian classes. The AK-12, one of my favorite weapons in this game, is also one of the most versatile weapons. It's very accurate. Its kick isn't terrible at all, especially if you have that grip on. Always have the compensator. The underbarrel red dot sight isn't that useful to me, but I'm just gonna put it on. I don't really have a sight on this because all the sights are weird, as you guys see. You can use red dot sight on this gun, but I don't know, I just don't like it. We have the Gorilla camo one instead of the heart camo because that looks pretty cool. We do have the PMM, not having much on it. Let's put at least a muzzle brake on it. Forgot to put a muzzle brake on the other class, but it's okay. We always have the GSH. For tacticals, I would always have, not really, I actually use breach charges a lot because I put one of those grenade charges on one window and then a breach charge on the other, activate the breach charge and then the other one, and then it just creates total chaos into whatever room you're breaching into. Stun charges, they're okay, but for what the little hole that the grenade charge makes, you can't really fit a stun grenade, so it's not really useful to me, so I don't really use it that much, so that's why I stay with the breach charge. Let's go back to Glass. Oh yeah, I already went over him. Next we have Capcan. His thing is kind of like a laser tripwire bomb, so you pass the laser, you explode, simple enough. He is one of my favorite. I used them a lot in the early days of this game, but since they added the new ones, I use them a little bit more. So we'll see his classes. He also has very interesting weaponry. He has one of two weapons, the 9X19 VSN, which is kind of like AK-12-ish, not an AK-47, but an AK-12-ish kind of weapon. I should probably take off this. This is one of the guns I would recommend to sight always on. And I always like red dot sights, one of the most accurate Russian sights. Always compensator, vertical grip, and it's basically unstoppable. It has one of the highest fire rates in this game, so always use that if you guys have the chance. His other weapon is one of the most OP guns in this whole game, the SASG-12, which is basically a SPAS-12. It's just like super OP, literally 2 shots depending on how you shoot them. Sights on this gun, I honestly wouldn't use that much since the spray is just incredible. Barrels, suppressor's only thing. Suppressor on this shotgun, this is the only shotgun I recommend a suppressor on since it's automatic. Automatic shotguns tend to use suppressors a little bit well. Always have that laser sight on there, grip, and that's basically it. He always has nitro cell or barbed wire. Barbed wire, I'd probably use it more on this class since you put the barbed wire next to the charge. It stops them and it kind of focuses a lot of their attention onto the barbed wire. They don't see the charge and they explode. Nitro cell is good. Only use it if you know you have a shield character going up against you. But that's about it for the nitro cell. Last but not least, we have Tachanka, whatever you want to fucking call it. Basically, he has a mounted LMG you can put down almost anywhere. Get on it and you can just blast away almost anything and everything. It's very useful in a lot of ways, but I think defensively it's okay. But you know, it depends on your location, of course. He has similar weaponry, just the shotgun and the SMG. All you want to have is the red dot sight and your vertical grip on the SASG. And for this more assault rifle, red dot sight, compensator, vertical grip. I don't know if I should have a laser sight. Yeah, I'll be okay with the sight. Pistols, same thing, just have your muzzle brakes. Muzzle attachments are going to be very key in almost any gunfight. For both weapons, let's just have a commentary on this one. And the rate of fire does go significantly down with the PMM, so honestly this is probably the worst pistol in the game, the PMM. You have to be either really good or really bad to use it. So for his, I would obviously have the deployable shield you put in front of your mounted machine gun. They can't get body shots and it's very difficult to get a headshot if he's behind the mounted gun. Barbed wire is also good because it can stop your enemies, and if you have a pulse, let's say you have a pulse on your team, they say, oh, there's one behind that door, you just blast at the door and you'll kill him in seconds. That's always good, especially that you can hear him too. That's basically it for this setup video for the Russian attackers and defenders. Thank you guys so much for watching the past few videos of these. I have a couple more, as you can see. But that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching.